Guys, I just wanted to share with you this video. Somebody posted this on social media. It's in the Tesla long range, long mileage club. And people there, they post stuff like, I just posted another video where someone actually has done 452,000 miles, which is around, well, I think it's 770,000 kilometers on their original Tesla battery. Someone else has done over 400,000 miles. They just replaced their battery, not because it needed to be, but because they just wanted more range. Anyway, the point is here. When your vehicle is involved in a crash, and it's, to be honest, it's not just Tesla vehicles now that are performing like this and keeping you safe. There's actually a few other cars. I won't explain what those are. But when you're involved in a crash, well, you're not doing the wrong thing. Somebody else hits you. You can't control really the response, can you? I mean, a lot of people say stuff like, oh, you can always get out of a crash. You can always, if you're paying attention. No, you can't. Only idiots say that. Honestly, that is the stupidest I've ever heard. And people repeat this comment. I've seen it repeated hundreds of times. There are many instances when there's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do in this situation. In this video you're about to see, there is nothing the person could have done. I've seen numerous videos like this where there's nothing you can do. You just have to hope the car will save your life and protect you. If you have certain types of vehicles with certain, I'm going to explain what they are, parts involved in the car, then you're much more likely to walk away from this with, well, your brain's intact, your body intact, with your children, your family, whoever's in your car, with their lives still, with them still around. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Guys, I've actually ordered an Xpeng G6 here in Australia. And well, one of the reasons that I did is, there's a few reasons, in fact, and I'll put a link in the description to my video about it. But one of the reasons is it has a structural battery pack like a Tesla Model Y and a Tesla Model 3. The structural battery pack is huge. It also has gigacastings at the front and the rear. So those gigacastings mean that about 300 parts are turned into 2 parts. One at the front, one at the rear. 300 parts are turned into 2. That makes the car much stronger in an accident. Now, guys, if you're in Australia and you want to pre-order an Xpeng G6, you can do it, and it's a refundable deposit. So when the car comes, you can decide whether or not you want to follow through with the purchase. But I think a lot of people are going to get these because the value is amazing. I'll put a link in the description, and you can get a free home charger. I don't make any money from this. I want to be very clear. I do not make any money. There'll never be a transaction going into my bank account from these guys. I just think these cars are great. We've got to support EV-only companies. Xpeng, they're an EV-only company, and I'm honestly providing a great product. So moving on to this video here, the Tesla Model 3. I first watched this video and I thought, wow, that structural battery pack and the way Tesla manufactures their vehicles, using gigacastings, that has definitely helped this person. This is a big hit. Using a structural battery pack, having gigacastings, that's also good, but structural battery packs in and of themselves do provide significant crash protection. There's a number of EVs now that use that technology. It's called different terminology. I actually think that manufacturers have made a big mistake by using all these jargon words. A lot of Chinese manufacturers now are using structural battery packs, but they've invented their own terminology, so everyone's confused. No one knows what they're talking about. For example, BYD came out with their own terminology, and I think about probably 90% of the automotive people who look at cars have no idea what BYD is talking about because they had to invent their own phrase. It's called CTB. It's kind of hard to say as well. Cell to battery. And cell to battery, it doesn't even make sense. I don't know why they called it that. Anyhow, they have a structural battery pack. So that's a good thing with a lot of Tesla vehicles, a lot of Teslas, a lot of BYDs, a lot of Chinese EV manufacturers now are doing this, and it will mean you're less likely to be killed in the instance of a crash. But guys, back to this Tesla. This Tesla was hit from behind, you can see in the video. And as soon as I saw this, I was thinking, how the hell is that camera still filming this accident? What the hell? I am still baffled. I have no idea. And it's going to be an eternal mystery to me unless someone in the comments can solve this mystery. I genuinely am baffled. I was sitting here thinking for about a minute, what happened here? How did a car smash into the back of this Tesla Model 3 that hard and the camera is still working? I mean, surely the camera would be destroyed. I don't understand, but it's still working. And the owner of this car, he'd only done 122,000 miles. So, it wasn't one of the longest range vehicles ever. So, I mean, I'm sure he can get back into the Tesla long range mileage club pretty soon with a new replacement vehicle. But guys, if you know what the hell happened here, like how is that camera still operating? I just think This is truly bizarre. If you know, let me know in the comments if you're a Tesla engineer or if you're someone who's involved in this stuff, because I don't understand. Getting back to my point here, I don't understand why you would buy an EV without a structural battery pack. I mean, Zeekr have them as well. The Geely Group, like for example, Volvo and Polestar, Lynk & Co., they use them as well. Various Chinese manufacturers are using them. And now, Toyota plans on using them in the future. They plan on using gigacastings as well. Toyota, in fact, have just ordered, I believe, a 9,000-pound gigacast structural battery pack and gigacasting machine as well. So they'll be in future Toyota EVs. Don't buy a Toyota EV now. They're crap. They don't have this currently. They're just an internal combustion vehicle, a hybrid vehicle that's been adapted to an EV. That's not going to be the safest vehicle. That's not going to give you this kind of crash protection. So there are various models you can get, but this one thing I think is a no-brainer. In my opinion, I would never recommend, and I never have, knowingly anyway, recommended an electric car that does not have a structural battery pack. If it's got gigacastings as well, I think that's an added bonus. I think those actually improve crashworthiness. Sure, those things might need to be replaced after the crash, but who cares? As long as you're alive, that's the key point. As long as your family are alive, your kids who might be sitting in the back seat are alive, your wife, your partner, your friend in the front seat is alive. That's the main thing. So that's one of my prerequisites. When I recommend cars in the future, some people are wondering, why am I recommending certain cars? Must be getting paid to recommend them. That's one of my, remember guys, when I did my recent videos recommending certain EVs, guess what? Yeah, they did have that feature. Well, not all of them, because in America, you guys don't have a lot of choice. But for the Australian models, every one I recommended has those features. Now, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.